Well, hello, and good Saturday afternoon. I hope everybody is having a great Saturday and a great weekend so far. I want to thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a little different here. Please jump on, say hello. My name is Don Terrell, and this is The Color of Motion, where I highlight people of color and diverse backgrounds in the field of motion graphics, animation, visual effects, cartoons, and comics. And this is going to be a little different show for sure, because my guest, Sujeet, has not made it. So I'm going to take this opportunity. I want to, like I said again, thank everybody for showing up. Do a little homework because this he may jump in, but I'm going to get a chance to kind of explain a little what's going on. Hopefully, maybe he'll jump in. If not, I'm going to have to reschedule him for a different time. But I do want to apologize for the ones that are showing up, expecting my guest, Sujeet Kumar, to show up. But like I was telling Sujeet last week, one of the things with live streaming is you just kind of roll with what happens. And unfortunately, at this time, Sujeet hasn't tuned in for whatever reason. Maybe something came up and something happened, but he hasn't shown up for the show. Hopefully, maybe he'll jump in. But in any case, this may be a shortened version, and if not, I'm just going to reschedule him again for another time. But I am going to take this opportunity to kind of update you on kind of some of the new things I'm planning for the show moving forward. I was planning on doing a kind of a live broadcast, preempt, just a impromptu kind of live broadcast in the next couple of weeks to kind of just give you an update of what I had planned for the Color of Motion, some of the new things that I had planned and everything. But since Sujeet hasn't shown up, I'm going to take this opportunity to kind of lay the groundwork and let you know of some of the new changes that will be coming to the show, some of the new things that I'm going to be doing for the show. If you are tuning in, please, like I said, say hello. Again, if you're just tuning in, Sujeet, my guest, Sujeet Kumar, my guest, has not shown up. And I'll kind of go into that as to maybe the reason. There's some issue, but which kind of goes into some of the fundamental changes that I'm going to be doing for the show moving forward. But in any rate, I'm going to be doing this little housekeeping bit, making sure that I'm broadcasting on my channels. Please say hello and jump in and say hello. Anyway, Miss Salve Black, I appreciate you tuning in. If you are just tuning in, it looks like it's just going to be me on this show today. My guest for today, Mr. Sujeet, my friend, hasn't shown up. Maybe he'll jump in during this broadcast. In any case, I probably will make this a short one, not your typical long time interview since he hasn't shown up. But if he doesn't, I'll just have to reschedule him for a future date. But I am going to take this opportunity to kind of give you some updates of just what I'm planning for the show moving forward and the things, little changes I'm going to be doing and everything like that. Miss Elizabeth, thank you for tuning in. Again, I apologize to everyone that my guests, and I'm going to have to kind of say this continuously for the people that are kind of jumping in or may catch this on the broadcast. But my guest for today, Mr. Sujeet, hasn't shown up. Maybe he'll jump in. Maybe he's having technical difficulties. I think that might be one of the things that I might change a little. Usually I give a little 15-minute buffer in between that. Mr. Michael Kane, if you would like to discuss clinical issues regarding Black folks, please let me know. Interesting. That may be something I look at. But again, this show really is about highlighting people of color and diverse backgrounds in the field of motion graphics, animation, visual effects, cartoons, and comics, and really kind of bringing and highlighting those people to the forefront. But I do appreciate that suggestion. And I definitely want to take any other suggestions that you might want to throw into the chat or into the comments as well. Like I said, I want to do, of course, quick little housekeeping to make sure that I'm broadcasting on all my channels like I should be, for sure. In the meantime, please say hello if you're here tuning in. Again, I want to apologize. My guest for today, my friend Sujeet, has not shown up yet. And it looks like I may have to reschedule him at a different date. But I'm going to kind of go into, like I said, those kind of go into some of the fundamental changes that I'm going to be doing with the show moving forward in the next maybe couple of months. Still working on system things and equipment and things like that. So I will be planning on, like I said, kind of revamping the show, upgrading the show, making the graphics better, just making the overall experience better. Okay, real quick, just making sure I am broadcasting. Like I said, this is going to be a different kind of show, just me and you. It's been a while since it's just been me for sure, broadcasting live, but I think I can remember how to do it. Okay, looks like I am broadcasting live. And like I said, one of the reasons I kind of like live streaming is the spontaneity. And like I said, things just kind of tend to happen sometimes that you don't necessarily plan for, but it's part of live broadcasting and you just kind of roll with it. Okay, let me finish this up. But like I said, in the meantime, please say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from, who you are. If you do happen to be tuning in from Facebook, you may need to give StreamYard permission to pull your icon in your comment. Please go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give them permission. You can catch me each and every Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on these channels. I always get it a little wrong here. On my channel, and that's going to be even better on the upgrades. Like I said, I won't have to be doing this because it's going to be animated. But live on my Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn page. Let me know where you're tuning in from, whether it's my Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. If you do happen to be tuning in from Facebook and LinkedIn, I advise you to jump over to my YouTube channel, subscribe, youtube.com/Don Terrell. There you can catch all the past episodes, and if you hit the bell notification, subscribe, you will be notified when new content goes up on my channel. And I plan on adding a lot more new contents, not just the show, but a lot of tutorials, Photoshop tutorials, software tutorials, some motion graphics tutorials, just a lot of great tutorials and teaching things to really give back to the community. Again, you can catch the show every Saturday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And like I like to say, stories come in all shades. And this is a story for sure today. Mr. DeAndre Reed, hope you are well too there, my brother. Looking forward to having you on the show for sure. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, but I appreciate you tuning in. Okay, I think I'm good to go. So, like I said, this is going to be kind of a short one. Again, I apologize for everybody that's jumping on. My guest and friend Sujeet didn't show up for whatever reason, maybe technical difficulties, or it may be, like I said, part of one of the fundamental changes that I'm probably going to be making, which is pre-recording shows. Like I said, I always kind of tended to keep these live, but because of just this very situation with Sujeet, and because he's over on the other side of the world in India, so the time difference is massive. And actually, it's tomorrow at 2:00 in the morning. So I kind of get the time difference. And kind of for that very reason, I think in the new kind of format of the show, I may throw in some pre-recorded shows with people and guests that I can broadcast as live. The reason I haven't done it now is because mainly the platform that I'm using, StreamYard, doesn't allow you to rebroadcast shows as it rebroadcast pre-recorded shows as if they were live. I mean, I guess I could. No, it really doesn't. Which is why, like I said, I'm moving over to a little more robust system, broadcast system, Ecamm, which is a little more professional broadcasting, allows me to do a lot more with animated, bringing in animated graphics. Like I said, allowing me to pre-record and broadcast it as if it was live, that kind of thing. So, like I said, I understand for some guests, because I'm getting so many different guests in so many different parts of the world and connecting with them, that that may be the best option for them. I think actually Harry or Uzumo, as he's called now, Dunku, my guest before, he was in Africa. So even though there was a major time difference, it was late at night still. It wasn't the next day, but it was still late for him. So when I get to those kind of fringes of the time zone is where I think pre-recording the show and broadcasting it live is going to be good for the guests, beneficial for the guests. I mean, like I said, it won't allow that kind of live interaction that I like and love about live streaming, but it does make it convenient sometimes for certain guests that are in certain parts of the world that are just, like I said, the time difference is really massive. Another thing, like I said, the show is going to be on Ecamm, which is going to be able to allow me to, like I said, do a lot more with bringing on animated graphics, guests, and things like that. So I'm really excited. As you maybe can see behind me, I'm putting together a new system that is going to be strictly dedicated for my live streaming. Right now, I'm doing it on kind of my work machine, which really kind of taxes it a little bit. But now, like I said, with that machine and system behind me, that's going to be strictly dedicated for my live streaming and the show and everything. So I'm really excited about the new changes and whatnot. Again, I want to say real quick for everybody that's jumping in and tuning in, they may just be seeing me and not my guest. This is kind of a different, impromptu, obviously unscripted show. I was really excited about having my friend on, Sujeet. Like I said, I'm going to have to probably schedule him after I make the changes in the next couple of months. And I think for him, because it's such a massive time difference, and like I said, it's tomorrow morning. It's actually Sunday morning, 2 a.m. When I look at my world clock, because I think he's close to New Delhi, in India. So it's actually, like I said, tomorrow, early in the morning. So I know it's very hard. Miss Salve, tech upgrades are always the best. Yes. Although, like I said, I'm enjoying putting the system together. Of course, it's a slow process because I'm having to do it a little bit at a time. My next big, well, I won't say big, but it's a major purchase is I'm going to get a more professional camera, DSLR camera to use. Right now, I've been using my webcam, which has served its purpose, but as you can see, and it's not quite as bad now, but you get a delay. And this is kind of an older webcam. I've had this webcam for a while. I don't really like using the computer camera because it gives a little darker. At least my webcam, it brought in the light a little more better than my regular computer camera. So I'm excited about, like I said, getting a new camera. Like I said, I got my system. I got me a Elgato Stream Deck, so I could push buttons now to kind of bring in the graphics and animated graphics and things that I want to do. What kind of graphics, Elizabeth, what kind of graphics would you be doing during the pre-recorded show? It's going to be kind of the same thing. It's just going to be pre-recorded. I'll be doing it and recording it like a regular live show, but it's just going to be pre-recorded. Say I'll record it on Wednesday. It's going to be done the same way, but I'll just broadcast it on Saturday during the normal time, 3 p.m., as if it was a live show. I think the only real thing is that you won't get, unless people tune in, because I will be, it won't be live, so people won't be tuning in. So there won't be that kind of comments like I can do here, and throw up live comments and things like that because it'll be pre-recorded. But the graphics and everything like that is going to be brought in the same way. I'm going to record it like I'm doing the regular show, but it's just going to be pre-recorded. And I'm going to broadcast it the Saturday that it's supposed to air. And like I said, I will make sure that on the show that it's noted that it's pre-recorded and that it's not live, because I think that's a big thing. And I know I don't like jumping on webinars or things like that where they say it's live and it's pre-recorded, that type of thing. So I will make it very clear that, hey, this is a pre-recorded show because my guest is in such a massive time zone that I wanted to make it convenient for him. Any other suggestions? I definitely want to take any kind of suggestions that you may have. Make sure that you, like I said, shoot them in the comments or shoot them on my page. You can email me at don.terrell@dggraphics.com. Connect with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, subscribe. You can find me at Don Terrell. You can always shoot me a message that way and let me know what changes you may want to see, any people that you may want me to try and bring on. I'm, like I said, the new show, I'm definitely going to be working to get on some bigger guests. Although, like I said, I want to make sure that I have a good range on, from the emerging talent, such as how I had Salve on, that is in school now and getting ready to get into the industry, to the seasoned big name professional that I can get on. So it's going to be still a wide range that I'm trying to connect with and bring on. Still in the space of motion graphics, animation, visual effects, cartoons, and comics. Like I said, really, it's kind of going to be more productive. Changes are going to be more production wise. But I do, like I said, want to hear any suggestions. I know when I first started this show, I was asked about the time and the day, perhaps. This time and day seemed to kind of work because I figured the weekend, a lot of people were off. Didn't really want to do it late in the evening on the weekdays. I think this time slot kind of it's good, but let me know if there is a time slot that you think may be better. I definitely want to hear that for sure, because I'm looking to get as much feedback as I can. Again, my name is Don Terrell. For everybody that's just tuning in, expecting to see me on with my guest and friend Sujeet, it's just me. Sujeet was not able to make it again. I'm thinking because of the time zone and the big time difference, it's almost 12 hours difference where I am and he is. He's over in India, I think close to New Delhi. So it's about 11 and a half hour time difference, and it's tomorrow. And it was funny because when we were booking it, we kind of had this conversation, and I was a little worried because he was showing me the confirmation email when he booked, and he was saying, "Well, my confirmation says Sunday," and I didn't think it was that big of a time difference that it was the next day. I thought it would be like late night, but obviously for him it's tomorrow. And I don't know if he's thinking it's tomorrow or what, but it should have showed up. Like I said, right now it's Sunday morning over there, so it still should have showed up on the confirmation as the confirmation for my guests. Wherever they are, it shows up in their time zone, what time it is for them. And 2:00 in the morning is insanely early, especially for a new show like mine. I'm not Oprah, so or big name yet, but 2:00 is way early in the morning, which, like I said, is why moving forward in the revamp show, once I get on the new platform, I'm going to, for these type of situations, I'm going to do a pre-recorded show and just record it and just broadcast it like it's live. Because like I said, I think it's much better than, much better for the guest. So, like I said, I'm taking a little time. I do want to hear from people. Appreciate everybody that's kind of tuned in. I apologize again. This is always, like I said, this is what happens when you go live. Fortunately, the times that I've gone live, I haven't had too many crazy things that happen. I know, and I was telling Sujeet this, uh, that happened because he was kind of worried about, everybody's kind of different. Every guest is different. And some, are really kind of reserved. and and it's their first time going live. So they're really a little nervous and kind of reserved. And he was, kind of trepidatious about it, being on live. It was his first time. And like I said, I try and make sure that it's a comfortable, fun situation. But again, things happen, technical difficulties, anything that can happen may happen live, and it's live. So you can't edit it out or do anything like that. I know when I was doing my previous live show with my friend Ozio, we were doing a talk show, Talking Creative, and it was a live broadcast. The power went out in my house, so I just dropped completely out of the broadcast. But I was, kind of freaking out because I was the one that was broadcasting the show. And it was, from my StreamYard account. So I was broadcasting the show. So I was thinking the whole show just went off the air. And fortunately, my power came right back on, and I logged back in, and they were still doing the interview. And they were like, "What happened to you?" And I was like, "My power went off. I fell off they said, "Yeah, you just fell off the interview and stuff." So I was just happy that the show didn't go off the air, and Ozil was still able to carry on with the interview and everything. So, what happens live just happens, and you have to kind of roll with it. I've learned, which is, like I said, one of the things I like about live streaming. I love, video and editing, being able to edit things and edit out stuff like that. But there is a certain thing about live streaming where you get that immediate reaction with people and interaction with people. But the problem is, things happen. And so you have to kind of roll with it. There's my partner in crime right there, Mr. O's. Mr. O can attest to it. I was just telling them, Ozil, about when we were doing Talk Creative, and my power went out, and I just dropped out of the show. Like I said, that's just what happens when you live stream, and you have to kind of roll with it. And so I do apologize for people that are tuning in that may catch the broadcast or replay later. My guest and friends, Mr. Sujeet, was not able to show up today. Like I said, I think the big issue was just the massive time difference between us. And like I was telling everybody, it's Sunday morning, 2 a.m. where he's at. So, like I said, the new changes and new kind of updates. Mr. Ozio, how could I forget? It happens. Like I said, the nature of live stream, the live stream beast. Yes, we've both got accustomed to that. If you plan on live streaming, you better have a thick skin and just learn to roll with stuff that happens because things happen. Whether it's technical difficulties, guests not showing up, or things like that. And it's going to happen at some point. But I was wondering at what, when it would. Like I said, I've done pretty good. This is episode 17. And it wasn't, and like I said, mainly it was because I think, Sujeet is on the other side of the world, and he's 11 and a half hours ahead of me. So like I said, it's Sunday morning. It's tomorrow, 2 a.m. right now where he's at. So it's very, very early in the morning. And that's early for anybody. Which is, like I said, why I'm really looking forward to moving over to Ecamm and the new broadcast system, because like I said, it's a little more professional. It's not web-based like StreamYard is, but it's an actual physical app that I have to download onto my system, which, as you can see, it's coming together nicely. That, like I said, will allow me to do a lot more professional type of broadcasting. And I will be able to, in certain instances, like Sujeet and other guests that I get that are on the other side of the world, I will do pre-recorded shows and then just rebroadcast them live Saturday. But again, I will let people know that it's pre-recorded, so that, like I said, they aren't coming on thinking that they can comment and things like that, because they won't be able to, which I'm not sure. Like, I'll test it out with the system. I don't think I'll be able to interact with it once it's scheduled to go live when it's pre-recorded. I've never done a pre-recorded show and rebroadcast it like it was live. So I'm not sure how some systems kind of handle it, whether you could still take comments and, I don't know, monitor it, but we'll see. Again, this has been an interesting show. Like I said, it's been a while since it's just been me on the air for sure. Again, I want to make sure, like I said, I get all kinds of feedback and suggestions on what you might want to see in the show. If you have maybe specific guests that you want to try and see on the show, always trying to connect with people, different people, bigger people, anybody that kind of fits this kind of space. I'm so excited about the future guests that are coming on the show. Really great guests, and looking forward to them. The show has been going really well. I am booked out until let's see, this is March, April, May. Booked out till May. Booking into May. I think I got one more week left to fill in May, and then I will be starting to book for June, which I already think I got one date booked in June. But it's going really well. People really seem to kind of like it. Really looking to make this, and I tell all of my guests this as well, the best show that I can possibly make it. Constantly working to try and make it better. How can I make this better? And that's all what I'm thinking about all the time. How can I make this better? And like I said, I think this is moving over to the new system is a big step in the direction I want to go. Like I said, I want to do more live streaming, of course, better quality video, better quality audio, more professional graphics in there, animated graphics. Really, like I said, making this as best and as, I don't think that's said right, as good a show as I possibly can. Mr. Nick Stevenson, what it do? It just does what it does, Mr. Nick. I appreciate you tuning in. Again, I apologize I have to continuously apologize, but it happens. Guests sometimes don't show up for whatever reason. I will be bringing Sujeet back on, my friend, rescheduling him. But I think best for him is when I jump over to my new platform and am able to pre-record it. And I probably only have to wait to pre-record it, but I could probably record it now, hold on to it, and then once I move over to Ecamm, just schedule it for a date. But I will be doing that for, like I said, these certain kind of instances where the time difference is just so huge for the guest. And like I said, for Sujeet, it's 2 a.m. Sunday morning. So it's very early, and it's tomorrow. where he's at. So it's really hard. I appreciate the support there, Mr. Nick. Again, if you're tuning in from my Facebook and LinkedIn page, I would highly encourage you to jump over to my YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You will be able to check out all the past episodes. I've had some great guests on. Like I said, it's so surprising and how quick I've gotten to 17 episodes. Ozil, if you're still on, we hit 20 on Talking Creative, and it seems like this has gone so much faster for some reason. I don't know, but almost 17 episodes in. Like I said, I'm already booked up until May, so that's another 9 episodes more. I'm again looking to really step over to the other system in a couple of months. I'm trying to do it faster, but like I said, I pretty much got the system. I want to wait until I get a better camera for sure. Like I said, I'm getting a more professional DSLR camera. She's kind of leaning between a Canon and a Sony. But if you have camera suggestions, please make sure that you let me know. Like I said, I've been kind of researching between a Canon M50 and a Sony A6100, 6400 in there. Those two. But if you have a DSLR camera that you happen to use that you love, I would definitely love to hear about it. But like I said, I've been enjoying putting this system, as you can see, putting this system together, and really looking forward to kind of sinking my teeth into Ecamm and having a little fun with that. I know it's really big with live streamers because, like I said, it's got so much that you can do with just graphics, live interview mode, and they're coming out with new updates every day. They just came out with a live preview mode feature that is really cool. Will allow me to pull in graphics and stuff and you not see me doing what I'm doing. So it's really interesting. And really looking forward to diving into the software again. Really looking forward to leveling up the show for sure. Like I said, I've hit 17 episodes and rolling strong for sure. And excited about just the guests and the people that I've already connected with. Some of them, many of them will be coming, have really already graciously said they would love to come back on the show. So looking forward to bringing them back on. Looking forward to the new guests that will be coming on in the upcoming weeks, and just bringing you the best possible show that I can bring you. Again, for everybody that's just tuning in, you have tuned in to the right show. This is The Color of Motion, where stories come in all shades. My name is Don Terrell, and again, I highlight people of color in the field of motion graphics, animation, visual effects, cartoons, and comics. And not just people of color, but diverse people. So I got a lot of great people coming onto the show. I've booked a lot more women on the show, connected with a lot more women. It's going to be a great show. And I'm looking forward to upping the game for sure. Wow. I've talked for a while. Almost hit my 45-minute mark there. 45-minute mark. I said I was going to keep this short. And I knew I was going to do let me take a sip. I knew I was going to do a kind of impromptu live in the next couple of weeks, kind of to introduce some of the new changes and just what I had planned for The Color of Motion moving forward. But since it's just me and we had this little snafu with my guest Sujeet not showing up, but again, I'm gonna rebook Sujeet in the next coming weeks. It probably, like I said, for him, it'll probably be better to pre-record his show and rebroadcast it live, but I won't be able to do that until I move over to Ecamm. Like I said, I'm using StreamYard now, and they just don't allow that. But again, please make sure that you connect with me on any of my channels where I broadcast live. Again, I highly encourage you, because I am trying to get my channel, YouTube channel, to grow with putting on great content, not just the show, but a lot of, like I said, great tutorials, reviews, things like that. Just, it's going to be a creative channel outlet, my creative channel outlet. I use a lot of softwares, from Photoshop, Illustrator, to some After Effects and other, great tools that I want to put some tips and tricks and tutorials up to help people where I can. So make sure that you connect with me. Shoot me an email. I'm always looking for suggestions, not only on the show, but my channel, what you would like to see on my channel as well. Connect with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or my YouTube channel at Don Terrell. You can always find me. But again, I would highly recommend and suggest that you jump over to my YouTube channel. You can check out all the past episodes of The Color of Motion. I will be putting up in the next week or so all the past episodes of Talking Creative that Oziel and I did. That was more branding and design and business and entrepreneurial type of information and tips and tricks, but we had a lot of great guests through the span of that, talking about Facebook advertising, social media. So it's really more business related, but it was a lot of great information for sure. So you definitely want to make sure you check that out as well. So with that, again, I will be jumping on in the next few weeks as as time progresses and as I get closer to launching the new system and the new platform and everything. I will be jumping on doing like live videos to kind of prepare everybody for it. Again, I want to apologize to everybody tuning in, everybody catching the broadcast, the replay. My guest, my friend Sujeet, didn't show up. So I kind of did a, little 180 and had to kind of change it up a bit. So I've been giving out some updates and information about the show and the changes that I have got planned for the show and everything I'm looking to do on the show. I'll reschedule Sujeet for a future broadcast. Like I said, one of the things for him, I think, is going to be pre-recording it, but just because of the massive time difference. He's on the other side of the world, India, where it's tomorrow. Here, where it's Saturday at 3 p.m., it's tomorrow, Sunday at 2 a.m, kind of where he's at. So it's a real massive, time difference. And so for that reason, I think the good thing about the new system is it will allow me to pre-record and rebroadcast as if I was live. So for instances like this, where it's really more convenient, I'll be able to pre-record, some shows. This show will still mainly be live, but like I said, for certain instances, it works better that I'm able to just for the convenience of the guests, I'm able to pre-record a show and rebroadcast it live. Mr. Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit. Little play on Teen Spirit, the Middle-Aged Spirit podcast. Mr. D students are here. I got you on subscription sub. I appreciate you subscribing for sure. Like I said, I'm looking to definitely grow my channel and really put some great content on there. So with that, I will kind of close it up. Again, next week is going to be guaranteed to be a great show. It won't just be me. I'm looking forward to my friend, Mr. Sujeet Kumar, on, and as you can tell, great illustrator and character designer. He's an author, artist, character designer, Mr. Sujeet Kumar. Looking forward to having him on. Shouldn't have any issues. I think he's in Canada, or maybe London. Yeah, one of the two. So I got a call with him again tomorrow. But he is super talented. Like I said, great guy. We had a great conversation where we connected, and really looking forward to having him on the show next week. Again, next Saturday, March 20th, my good friend, Mr. Sujeet Kumar, on the show, and we're going to have a great conversation for sure. So with that, I guess I'm going to close it out. I think I made my 45 minutes at least. I wasn't sure I was going to do 45 minutes with just me, but I made it for sure. With that, like I said, I appreciate everybody that's jumped in. Again, apologize. Expecting my guest and friend, Mr. Sujeet. But we had a little not technical, but just a little mishap that we're going to have to work through, and he will be rescheduled for a future date for sure. So, like I said, I'm having a feeling that he's maybe thinking it's tomorrow. But like I said, that was the thing, and I was kind of, like I said before, when he showed me the confirmation email, he was saying it was Sunday, and that's just because of the time difference. For him, it is Sunday, but I guess, yeah, for him it is Sunday. It's Sunday 2 a.m. So here it's Saturday at 3 p.m. But over there where he's at in India, it's Sunday. So it's the next day. So, like I said, stuff happens when you go live. You just got to learn to roll with it, and just work through it. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. It's been fun kind of filling you in on what's to come with the color of motion, for sure. It's been fun filling you in, updating you with just the new things that I have planned for the show, and just excited to roll out. With that, I'm going to close it out. I hope everybody has a great rest of the weekend. Again, my last little apology for those that will catch the replay. It was just me, my guest, Mr. Sujeet. We will have to reschedule for a different time. And definitely want to do that because he's a great guy, very super talented. And while I'm thinking, I want to show some of his stuff because he's crazy talented in game design, character design. So that's why I was super excited to be having him on the show, and looking forward when I get him back on the show for sure. Like you said, things just happen. You got to roll with it, and it's just the nature of live streaming. What can I say? So with that, everybody have a great rest of, like I said, have a great rest of the day. Have a great weekend. Make sure that you tune in next Saturday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Check me out. Again, looking forward to having a great guest on, my good friend Sinek. and we're going to have fun. Be kind, be safe, and I will see you next week.